talk about it, I would like to take a meditative moment of silence, so I could try to make this video without being as emotional as I feel. Okay, Nana. So, had a beautiful Christmas. I hope your Christmas was just as good, if not better. My family was here. My sister was here. My little brother was here. I got a big little brother, and I also have a little brother. I'm the oldest of four. So the baby brother was here. My second king was here, King 2, Nate. My nephew Keneal was here. My nephew Mike. Of course, my sister Dee. My mom and my dad was here, all at my mom's house for Christmas. The food was good. It was delicious. I enjoyed it. Even though I had no part of making it, I participated in a huge part of eating it, and I enjoyed every moment of that. But I didn't get a chance to have any of the homemade chocolate chip cookies that my mom had made, and my mom is the best cook in the world, so I really wanted that, but I probably didn't need it anyway. So as far as that goes, the Christmas was beautiful. Family was around. It came to, we took family pictures. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate your subscription. Thank you so much. It came time to open up the gifts, and I was excited about it. Open up gifts, no emotion about it, just enjoying Christmas. And I had therapy Tuesday yesterday, so I talked to my therapist about this. I talked to my therapist about everything, really, though, because my goal in therapy is to really get help, so I'm not trying to hide anything from her. Where going to therapy becomes useless because I'm not really being authentic. So my therapist probably know more about me than anybody, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at all, but I tell my therapist absolutely everything because I know it's confidential. Unless I'm threatening to hurt myself or anybody else, which has not been an issue at all. I've dealt with SI before, but my therapist is helping me with that. Anyway, it came time to hand out gifts and things like that, and so we began to do that. I was passing out gifts, so I didn't mind that. I'm the oldest daughter. My parents, up in age, didn't mind it at all. So passing out gifts. Everybody getting gifts. Me, I'm giving gifts. And I'm so grateful for my sister, my mom, and I'm so grateful for my ex-girlfriend, who I call my baby mama. So grateful for her. Because what they did was they purchased gifts for all three of my kings. And they put the King 1, King 2, and King 3 from mom. So they purchased all these gifts for my children and put from mom on them. So they have no idea that the gifts were not purchased by me for them. They really believed it was purchased by me for them. I don't know if they believe that or not, because King 1 is 25, King 2 is 23, and King 3 is 8 years old. And they know the situation I'm in and the lack of income at this moment. So they figured it out in their heads that, okay, Mom, we know you didn't buy this, but we appreciate it anyway. So, trying to breathe and not get emotional, but in the process of passing out these gifts, which I'm grateful for my mom, my sister, and baby mama for taking care of my children on my behalf. But I realized that my first one in 1998, and he's 25 years old. And for 25 years, I've been able to provide all three of my kids with a wonderful Christmas. This is the first Christmas ever in 2023. This is the first Christmas ever where I was not able to personally buy any of my three kids anything due to lack of finances. And it hit me hard, and I was trying so hard not to cry or ruin Christmas for anybody because of my feelings. I was trying hard to hide it, but my little brother saw the tears, and he said something first which brought it to the attention of everybody. Now, my nephews and King too, they were outside at this point. I don't know if they was outside playing with their new gifts or what, but for some reason they was outside. I think they was taking pictures because I remember seeing a picture of them that they have taken outside. So my brother asked me, why am I crying? And I said, what did I say? Good gracious alive, I can't. But anyway, I wanted Nate to have. Nate was the only king that was there. King 2, King 3 was in Colorado with his dad and his dad's new wife. Merry Christmas to baby daddy. Hope y'all had a wonderful time. And so I talked to him via Facebook. He was having a great Christmas. Got a new game or something he was playing on his system, and they was getting ready to go to dinner at his bonus mom's auntie house or something like that, he said. And King 3, I talked to him. He was so excited. They up in the cabins at a ski resort. And so he was just excited, and he got all these new toys, and they was going snow tubing and ice rinking or whatever you call it on the ice rink. So they were all happy. So, but I was not, and I really did not want to ruin Christmas for everybody, but I could not keep my emotions bottled up inside of me, and I had to let them out. And I hate that I did that. It made me feel worse. And so I apologized to the family, but they made me feel better. They was like, we understand, we get it, it's okay. They all got gifts, but that wasn't the point for me. My therapist told me my feelings were valid. I had the right to feel that way, but she told me to appreciate that I even had a family to be able to do what they did, because there's a lot of children who received absolutely nothing for Christmas. So that put a different perspective in me. It made me realize there are children out there who have nothing. And that made me even sadder, to be honest. It was like, wow, I wish I had the money to give every child the experience again. And by the way, my mom, my dear sweet mom, my pastor mom, I call her Dorothy Smith at Star Ministries. Y'all want to go to the best church in this side of heaven in Columbus, Georgia. It's at 2216 Hamilton Road. Sunday services are 11 a.m. My mom got in the pulpit, told kids there was no Santa Claus. I was like, Mom, you done ruined Christmas for all these kids. But anyway, she wanted them to know what she called the truth. I was like, but let these children enjoy their childhood. Now, my kids will tell you, I have never told them there was a Santa Claus, and I never told them there was not a Santa Claus. If they would have ever asked me, I would have told them the truth. But I want them to enjoy their childhood. I really do. We never participated in Halloween. We was told it was the devil's night or whatever. But my children, I'll always let them decide, because I felt like I didn't have no decisions in anything. To be truthful to you, I felt like I didn't matter most of the time I grew up. I don't recall my parents ever asking me if I liked anything, if I wanted anything, or what I wanted to do. It was always like, y'all the kids, we the parents. Do what we say, do, and shut up. So, now I'm not blaming my parents for anything like this. Parents are people too. Y'all subscribe. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Right now parents are people too. So they did the best they can what they knew how, and I really believe that. We grew up with great parents. There was no malicious intent. After being in law enforcement and seeing children really being physically, emotionally, and mentally abused, you really start to thank God for your own parents. Like, wow, my mom would have never did this or said this to me. You know, I remember this mother had this child, and because she didn't believe in abortion, she gave birth to this child that the child was created through sexual assault, through SA, through abortion. And I remember going to see her, and she said in front of her child, in front of me, she said, I don't want this child. I want the child protection service to come get him. It wasn't a little baby. This child was old enough to understand what she was saying. I never wanted this child. I don't want this child. Every time I look at this child, I think about what happened to me. And I was so astonished. Tears was well up in my eyes. And as an officer, that's not a good sign. As an officer, that's what they tell us. At least that's what they train us, teach us, so that's what they like to drill in your head. Not so much in those words, but I remember tears dwell up in my eyes. And as an officer, it's considered a weakness. For me, tears are a sign of strength. So I turned around and looked the other way and got myself together. And I went back to the mother. I brought her to the side. And I had one of the best corporals this side of earth, a black female corporal. She also talked to the mother, and her words were excellent. Best police officer ever. She was better than me. But I said, man, please don't ever, even if that happened to you and that's your story, even if that's your truth, please don't ever say that to your child. Now, what if your child grow and do the same thing to some young lady what had happened to you? Because he's resentful for the way you raised him. I was like, please don't ever say that. But because she did that, I literally filled out a report and sent it to Child Protection Services because I was afraid for his safety. I was like, this is not an environment that is good for this child. And I promise you, if I had the resources to adopt that child, I would have. I would, just because I would want that child not to be in that situation. Every now and then I think about that child. I don't know where the child is at. I don't know. Once we submit our report to Child Protective Services, they might call for a follow-up or something like that, but they never tell us the end results. Even the Adult Protection Service, I don't know if it's their policy, because I remember calling the check up on some cases I've submitted to Adult Protection Service and Child Supports. So when I end up dating a young lady that worked for the Child Protection Services, but they don't, because of the safety of the child, they really don't like to reveal to anybody the outcome for the safety of the child, which I understand. But that put it in perspective. I thank God for my therapist when she said that, but I still, to this day, whatever today is, it's Wednesday, Wednesday, December 27th, I still feel like I run Christmas for my family. I didn't mean to do that, but I could not hold my emotions in. But I pray that the next Christmas will be the best Christmas ever that I could. One of the best. I pray that every Christmas gets better and better. And another thing that my therapist like, your boys are 25, the 25-year-old and 23-year-old. King 1 and King 2. At the age they probably don't even remember half the toys that I brought them when they was little. Don't remember whatever the toys it was. They probably don't even remember where they at, or I do make them give us in order to receive a toy. Goodwill, trust me, you can ask them, okay, you want a brand new toy, then you have to give a toy away, and we would go to Goodwill and give it away. They will tell you that if they wanted some new pants, okay, we're going to take clothes that you're no longer wearing that is still in good condition, we're going to give it to Goodwill. And that was the requirement. But I still feel like I run a Christian. I don't think, because my family loved me, I don't think they would ever tell me that, which I can respect. but that's how I feel now. So I just wanted to do this quick video because it's therapeutic for me. But thank y'all for subscribing. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for all this well. Love is all there is.